There is a world beyond possibility, a place just beyond mortal sight, where the digital and the real become a strange combination of real and impossible. A world where 5 young adventurers find themselves exploring, adventuring, and becoming, ideally, digidestined. And mayhap, they could be the ones to save not one, but 2 worlds. Good morning, afternoon, and or evening, depending upon time zone. Ladies, gentlemen, and others in between and beyond that binary of the internet, welcome back to Neon Lights Roleplay for our first holiday season, and more specifically, welcome back to With the Will, our monthly Anima Story Digimon-themed campaign. I am Young Foxy, your host for the duration of the next couple hours, and with me I have a table full of awesome storytellers, 5 lovely Digidestined, and their incredible partner Digimon. So please, if you could, as I call you out, tell me who you are, who you're playing this evening, who your lovely Digimon partner is, and your question for this evening is: what did your partner leave? What did your character leave unfinished back home? And we're gonna start. Let's switch it up a little bit. Yeah, let's start off with someone who's been new to the Neon Lights scene, but I think they are a necessary force in this table, and they bring a lot of good, and I feel glad that I've brought them to this table, and I hope they continue to bring their unique flavor, spirit, and energy to this place. Akers, how you doing, bud? My good friend?
What?
Yeah,
Hello.
it's you.
That surprised me. I'm Akers, and I'm playing Scarlet, Goliath, and what Scarlet left behind, when they got pulled into all this into this adventure of the digital world is a potential. Scarlet did really good in school. Did we post anywhere those letters that we had from from our teachers about? Not yet. Okay, so Scarlet actually did well enough in school, and so also because of her dad, was able to get like recommendations for like good colleges. So she was probably going to end up going to one of those. So yeah, she left that behind, I suppose.
Oof.
When she got brought here.
College, man, not a big deal.
I mean, who knows? Who knows what's going on?
College gonna make her be a far distance from David.
Exactly, and yeah, you're gonna go to the anyway. While we contemplate the existence of your boyfriend still, let's go to our next person. Oh, also, Scarlet, who's your partner for this evening? Besides David, of course.
I don't think David's my partner for this evening, unless is that a spoiler?
You never.
No, my partner today is Terriermon. Well, right now, he is Golomon, which
And ain't that gonna be useful?
Yes.
We'll talk about why in just a bit. Don't you worry.
Oh no!
But before I cause that problem, let's go ahead and slide on across from a Neon Lights newcomer to a Neon Lights veteran, one of our original founding members, who I consider my closest and most personal friend, who I'm ever so glad to be having at this table. How you doing, Spree?
Yay!
Yeah,
I love you.
Yeah.
It's always good when you drag me out of my cave to show my face. Yeah, I mean, feeling good about getting to have some fun tonight, and let's see, what does Fire have unfinished? I'm just figuring out what to do in her life. She's unemployed and just doesn't really know where to go.
She really just like me.
Yeah, for real.
Sorry, I had to. Hey, well, future prospects are definitely one thing to be worked out, and ideally it can be worked out when they are gathered home. I'm not sure if I had you answer already. Who's Fire's partner for this evening?
That would be Renema.
Of course. Sliding away from our fox-loving duo, we move instead across. I can't tell you what direction in the overlays. I can't see it right now, and I don't really care that much to look. But I'm going to call this next person. This is technically not their first Neon Lights campaign. It's technically their second, but y'all haven't seen their first yet. It's how much of a banger it absolutely is. Regardless, I think they're an awesome person who brings great things to tables, and I hope to see them in tables with me into perpetuity, ideally. It's the incredible and incomparable Corndog McGraw. How you doing, love?
I am playing Isabella Fuchs. Nice. And my partner in crime is Lalama. Though we may see some Sunflowmon today. We might get real big and lanky. And something that we forgot to do back at home, something that's been left undone. I think the thing that I plan on doing at some point when I get home is letting my brother know that I'm goated healer. But I'm trying to wait until we're at home so that way I have mom and dad there, just in case.
So you don't get murdered?
Because, is that gonna be?
That's gonna be a combo. It's gonna. You might say it's
goated healer for 2069.
You might say it'd be a drama-filled RP moment. That'd be a spoiler. Anyway, speaking of such, we might as well go ahead and keep the Fucks duo together in their intros, yeah? So without any further ado, let's swing across to simply one of the most impressive creative minds I've ever had the pleasure of sharing a table or my brain with. You all know this person, obviously, by now, by the fact they've shown their face here so many fucking times, and you're all welcome for that. It's Legendary Vermin.
Yeah, you can't fucking get rid of me.
I won't allow it.
What's up, everybody? I'm Legendary Vermin, and tonight I'm going to be playing Artie Bucks.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
Artie is our delinquent and teams up with good old Jellymon, the jellyfish slash kind of human looking Pokemon. What? Hold on, I'm gonna shelf. Hey, there she is. She's bigger than this in the game, but there's my friend. And I think that what Artie has left undone at home is a really extensive fanfic that one day Artie will look back and read again and say, huh, that explains a lot.
Huh.
Damn, he just like Foxy for real.
Oh, come on. That's a deep cut. That's unfair. That's hurtful. That's hurtful. We'll discuss that later. Outside of me being outed on the internet in front of all my friends and people I care about.
Okay.
What?
You heard it here first, friends.
Gay people on this channel?
Neon Lights Roleplay? Homosexuals? Impossible.
Whoa.
Never happened. Less
I've
likely than
never
you
seen
think.
a queer before in my life.
Not once.
Not a queer.
Okay.
There's none at this table. None, I tell you.
Now that we're all done lying, we'll swing in and of course introduce our last character. Rejoining us once again at the table and always keeping it cute as possible. A Neon Lights regular at this point. You know them. You love them. It's Classical Liza. Hello?
Hi. Oh, hey. Hi. I am suffering for what I call one brain cell. I have no one. I have no brain cell. Whatever. That is what it is today. I'm Glyza. I go by they, them. I am on the internet as at Classical Glyza everywhere. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, just by looking for Classical Glyza. I do a lot of things on the internet, mostly TTRPG related stuff right now. But if you want to see my schedule, just go to bio.link/Classical Glyza. My partner for tonight is still Dorumon. I believe nothing's changed. We're still Dorumon. And what I left behind was dinner. And there are nights that Kian dreams about that dinner a lot because it is like a favorite food that their mom makes, and you know what? I really miss my mom. But it's dinner is what they're talking about. Dinner.
Started off being funny and then it just got sad.
I know.
Was it some like special?
I
was it a
make
special
stuff
occasion?
funny and then sad.
Fair. Well, I guess I'll make this pretty straightforward, friends. Last time, our dear friends, Digidestined, came upon the temple, the place that is supposed to contain their great secrets, the prophecy that will usher them forth to knowing why in the hell they're all here. Unfortunately, just as they broke their way in, they got separated. The party was lost for a bit, some within contraptions of their own mind that separated, distanced, and distracted them for a while, made them think about the real truth of why they're here, what it really means to be who they are. And in the end, most of them found themselves gifted with strange tags, golden necklaces, with a slot in the middle, like something is missing. Before they could ponder the nature of these things, move further into the temple, and take on, well, finding out the truth, they found themselves rejoined by Kian and, let's use the word interrupted.
What up?
Speaking of that interruption, there's a massive Skullgreymon outside. For those who aren't aware, there is a skeletal bipedal lizard the size of roughly a small skyscraper, looming over all of you right now. Its eye holes glaring bright red as it stares into each of you. On its back, and as I believe it was Scarlet who pulled out the device to scan it last episode, you would notice that in the image of Skullgreymon that's spinning around, it normally has this large, bright orange missile? Of warhead of some kind on its back, usually, which you don't know how that makes any kind of sense right now, but you're not going to think about that because this one doesn't. Instead, where you would have seen that warhead is wrapped all up in bone and tendril, one of those black towers.
Oh no. We don't have time to think about that though, because I think we were being shot at and Audie was pulling me away somewhere.
Yep. It is as we are settling in, so it is as you are all noticing this creature looming over you, that it kind of breathes out smoke and brimstone, lowering and it kind of like it's raising itself up towards the air. It inhales, and on the exhale, your Digimon are already pulling you or throwing you to one side as it breathes out this pure solid purple beam that cuts a glass path into the sand and dust as it cuts up toward the temple around you. Debris is thrown left and right, dust and sand whip up in a whirlwind all around you, and you all shelter behind this small piece of debris that barely escapes the carnage. It clearly knows you all aren't dead, but it's waiting for you to make the next move. And with that, we center back in on our friends. Take us there.
Should we roll initiative now?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay.
What the fuck is that?
That's our one swear for the episode.
This isn't YouTube. We're allowed to swear. Oh wait, this is gonna go on YouTube.
This is a
Don't put this in the
child's
beginning.
program. This is for children.
We're past 15 seconds. I think
PG-13, so we get one non-sexual fuck per episode.
Herman,
wait, no, we have two though.
That's
let's
what
do now.
No, that's three. That's three. That's three.
Yeah,
actually.
that was an explanatory one.
That doesn't count.
Are those free? Because I can explain a lot of things using it.
It doesn't count if we use their names.
To the scene!
To the scene! Here we go! Let's play Digimon.
Immediately sidetracked.
I
Oh.
love you all so much.
There's general panic. You look at Lalamon and Isabella, and they're just shaking each other like, oh no.
Tell me, and Artie looks over at Jellymon and is like, "Tell me that thing is a bigger pushover than it looks like."
I'll tell you it. Do you mind if I lie?
God, what are our chances?
Gargoylemon's just like, well, I don't know, but... And he spins the gauntlet on his wrist. I'm locked and loaded.
Oh, so he's ready to fight again now. Okay, he was scared before.
Is Renamon Digivolved or no?
Renamon is currently back. It's currently back to Renamon at the moment still, and is waiting. But it's definitely kind of like looking in reserve at you and just. Well, we have the advantage in numbers and technically surprise, but either still, he's stronger than us, any of us, even at our peaks.
Do we have surprise? It looks like he's waiting for us to do something.
Yes, but that doesn't mean he knows where we'll come from.
Renamon just says, he saw that tower on his back. Given our prior experiences, I don't believe he has full control of his thoughts right now. Rampaging, for lack of a better word.
Do you think we should focus our attack on that instead of him?
That's actually might be a bad plan.
All right.
No way out but through. And Artie will pull the Digivice out, and it's already doing the like noise.
Yeah, and Jellymon again swipes out. All right, showtime. And as the sort of glow of blue rises all around Jellymon, dear God, medicine, please, and then settles. Tesla Jellymon. All right, let's party.
Do I have to spend bond points to do that?
Yes.
Is it 1, 2,
One.
or 3? 1. Hiya! Bond point spent.
Ooh.
Should I subtract a bond point from my
Yes.
from last session?
Yes.
Okay.
So, Tesla Jellymon is now standing in front of you. Renamon is kind of looking to you, Fire, for like the next move. Doramon is kind of staring at the tower right now and kind of clearly thinking about something really, really hard. Lalamon is definitely still terrified and just kind of just like, oh, are we sure we should all fight? Maybe we could just run. I'm not really sure.
I'm gonna look at Doramon and it's like, do you think you can, I don't know, change to the bigger you and fly there and sort of use your cannonball to attack that thing that's on its back?
I'll need somebody to keep him off of me, but yeah, probably.
Somebody to keep him off of you, you say? And Fire just twirls her Digivice out as it glows, and just the light envelops Renamon at the same time.
Renamon just kind of gives like a low, almost shinobi-like bow. As you wish. Dropping tall force.
What element did the Digivice say that Skullgreymon was?
The element says the Skullgreymon is darkness.
Okay.
And as the light settles, there's nine sort of swirling tails of purple fire. Yokomon.
I'm gonna play around with my Digivice. I don't know any fancy moves. Where I press a button.
Doramon, as you're pressing buttons, just like, what is going on here? Doramon's doing some weird like rain dance butt wiggle, trying to like really add his own mojo to it. And then you're just like, and then finally just glows with bright light. You're like, oh, I think that's. He's just like, huh, and then glows with bright light. And as I said, he kind of grows up over you. The wings flare out and like scatter all that white light that surrounds him. Dorugamon. Hey, there it is.
There we go. Can I ride you? Can I look at Dorugamon and I say, can I ride? I've always wanted to ride a dragon.
First time for everything, yeah?
Yeah!
How are we supposed to communicate with you all if you're going?
Do you need me to communicate? Like, are we, what?
We have our Digivices.
I have...
No, sorry, Scholar is asking how do we communicate with our Digimon?
Gargamon just says, well, you can follow me in. I'll keep you safe. Otherwise, just stay back here and yell loud.
Scholar looks very torn and it's like, it's probably safer if I go in with you than stay.
You want to piggyback ride from him, or do you want to ride with me? She
I'll just
motions
tell
Yokomon.
And Artie's gonna point at Kian. I'll just tell Kian what we want to happen, and GRRAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAA
Skullgreymon into battle.
Yeah,
Darug-
don't drop your Digivice.
Put on the wrist strap.
Inside his shirt.
They've got clips on the back, I imagine.
Sure, why not?
Need
They're
some
Here's
Nemo.
what's inside his shirt.
but they're also clip phones.
They're flip phones. Nope, not even gonna bother with that. Any case, as you are all digivolving and preparing, Lalamon, at this point the only person still in their rookie form, turns to look at you, Isabella, and it's just like, what's the call?
Well, if you're bigger, you can reach people faster to help them. If you're smaller, you can hide better. I think in order to help our friends better, though, we should be bigger. And I'll, like, with my Digivice in my hand, be like, you want to?
Yeah, Lalamon kind of scoots a bit, hops down, brushes themselves off a bit, just, phew. Well, okay. And as you kind of shake the device in the direction, it glows a fair bit. It emanates direct light at Lalamon. You can see like literally sprouting up and growing in that light. And it settles all around them. Long limbs kind of dangling down. Sunflamon. Everyone ready?
Ready
Does
to
anyone
fly.
need to be, like, thrown or slingshot, discus chucked to the castle?
Sunflamon's just like, I have pretty long arms.
I feel like Tesla Jellymon is like, ooh,
Yeah, Sunflamon's just like looking at you, already just like, who?
do it. I don't know why we're waiting. Let's go.
So, like literally with like a single bound, jumps and just fully condenses down into Sunflamon's hand. Kian climbs aboard Doramon or Durugramon, who shakes their tail a bit and flaps the wings once. Gargamon once again just reload and then slide cocks the revolvers on one arm and then the other.
Well, I think Scarlet would actually go ahead and climb up on his back, I guess, and then yeah.
One ear literally like inverts and folds, kind of just like come around you. He just looks back and says, "Don't worry, I got you."
She just nods and is like looking at the monster, the Skullgreymon.
Could you do me the favor of rolling a spirit test though, real quick,
Okay.
real fast?
Yes. Would this be? Maybe it should be hampered by my flaw,
I can do that.
which is hate conflict.
Fair enough. Works for me.
Yeah, so that does what to my dice? It means I need a 5 or
85s. Yep.
So that's 3 dice then. It's a 6. It's a 2. And a 6. So 2 6s.
That's grand total of 4 successes. Michelle up the critical gauge by twice. And also shout out to Michelle for running stream for us in the background, by the way. You're a great spook.
Thanks, Michelle.
And separate from that, you will notice that while he is like keeping that usual cocksure demeanor up, you can just barely feel Gargomon trembling the slightest bit. There is still that undercurrent of fear there in this, even though he's trying to brush it off.
Is me being here with him, is that gonna make him fight better or worse?
Your impression is that it probably seems like it's motivating him to a fair degree, although it's not easy to tell that off of like just like that simple check, I think.
Okay. Yeah, then she's gonna take a deep breath. It's like, no, come on, we got this.
And there's a sort of slow look. Darugramon nods at Sunflowmon, who nods at Yokomon, who nods at Gargomon, who nods back at Darugramon. And all at once, Darugramon flaps wings and takes off at max speed. Sunflowmon like literally like leaning fully back with a leg up and everything, pitches forward and hurls Tetsuya as like hard as she possibly can. Yokomon leaps up over the debris and just goes dashing off to one side, kicking up dust almost deliberately in her wake, while Gargomon just literally runs, takes the other side with Scarlet still in his like kind of tucked in his ear, guns up and just blazing cover fire at Skullgreymon. Everything happens at one time. This sort of Digimon who's kind of just rumbling around looking for you all whirls around immediately and starts just like, blocking his face at the fire coming in. And as the dust and sand kind of kicks away and you all appear scattered, he surveys you all and recognizes, okay, there are 5 of them. There's 1 of me. And in a normal scenario where, a sensible Digimon would want to retreat or seek better odds, this is unfortunately not a sensible Digimon who is in their right mind. And with a blaring roar of challenge, they make it very clear they are here for a fight. I would like everyone to now, please, roll initiative.
For a thematic thing first, can I have Yokomon trying to use her frightening aura to just like have a presence that just attracts as much attention from him as possible so that the others can get a sneak attack?
Absolutely. Could you give me... Let me see.
What do we roll real quick?
It's gonna be
It would be initiative, which is just its own little bubble.
Yeah,
you roll as
3,
many
I
dice as
see.
you have initiative, I think.
Yes.
Which is somehow related to agility.
Yeah,
No, it's
let me-
related to brains.
Oh, it's related to brains?
Yep. It's equal
What
to
dice
brains.
do we roll?
Oh,
Dodge is from
both
agility.
of those are dog shit, so it's fine.
Whatever number you have,
4s or higher
roll
are
that many
successes.
D6s.
D6s?
Yeah, and 4 higher successes. Just hold up a hand with how many successes you have, friend, so I can get a count. Oof.
Remember,
I see
6s,
it.
you should tell Foxy, and they also count as 2 successes.
Oh,
I see
then 3. 'Cause I got a 6.
So I see a 3 with a 6, I see a 1, I see a 3, I saw a 0 from Scarlet, and a 4 for Skullgreymon. Cool, I get to go first!
When are you busting out the 666, corn dog?
Yeah, I'll work on it. That was a good week.
It was.
Yeah, you were going hot. You were going really hot last session.
It was
Oh,
the
my
Google.
dice are crying.
I was using the Google dice.
Yeah.
And I was
That's
like,
easy
what
right
the heck? What the heck?
All right, so with that all set up and ready to go, you all blare and roar and separate. Yokomon, literally as Skullgreymon turns and roars, Yokomon stops, like keels back and roars right back at him. It's nowhere near as loud, but it's clearly imposing and draws a challenge. And so, yeah, it's gonna go for you, I think, first. So let's handle that real quick. Let me roll a thing real fast, friend, because I remember how to roll things. Here we go.
Who's getting targeted? Sorry.
Me.
Yokomon. So Skullgreymon is reeling back. Again, you all notice up front that because this guy is so massive, he is lumbering and his movements are all very deliberate. So you see him bring that hand back and try to just swipe a claw down at Yokomon. So go ahead and roll your dodge roll, please, as he rolls his attack roll.
Do we have a
Should
level
the
advantage?
Frighten Aura come into this since that's part of what's making him attack, or no?
Yes. You're also gonna roll with 1 setback.
With 1 setback, okay.
Yeah. So you're 5 stick.
Okay. 2 6s, 2 5s. So that's.
Ooh, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes. 1, 2,
Yes.
3, 4, which is more than enough of them. So, hand comes down, scoops, starting to pick up sand and dust in its wake. As it swipes, Yokomon just literally ducks close and like jumps up. And as like the fingers come, she slides right between them and just curls into a ball, rolling and continuing to move. Just fully spin dashes through the fingers as the swipe goes right through them. Skullgreymon misses, turns, and you know what? Since 3 of y'all rolled 3s, I'll let y'all decide who gets to go next. So between, pretty sure we saw 3 from, who was it? It's Kian, Artie, and Isabella, I believe, with the 3s, yes? So, between the three of you,
I feel like Tesla Jellymon is the least in control of their actions at the moment, so...
Yes,
I'll opt to
I could go first for
Let's
the
do it.
people launching. So Sunflowermon, being a beautiful, wonderful sunflower with some short, yoked little legs, gonna do a couple spins with Teslamon in hand, and anyone else that I was throwing. Can't remember.
That's Teslamon.
Okay, perfect.
Tesla Jellymon, excuse.
Tesla Jellymon
and it's there.
will be curled in real quick, and then the arm will go long as they discus throw Tesla Jellymon as far as they can towards the castle itself. So trying to kind of avoid hitting the big bad and going straight for the castle. See if they can do stuff to help make that not an issue for our friend.
So you're
Because who
going.
knows? Maybe Skullgreymon could be best buddies with us.
So you're going first. So you're going for. You're trying to throw Jellymon towards the temple rather than Skullgreymon. Is what you're going for.
No,
Headed
the
towards
black
tower.
the obelisk
Oh, the
or
tower.
whatever is on him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Smart. Okay, smart.
Yes, so I'm yeeting towards the tower.
I'm pretty sure that's gonna be trying to go for accuracy here. I'm pretty sure that's gonna.
Yes,
be
and I would
really
also
weird.
like to say that I'm using my extendable limbs as one of my qualities to
Sounds good to me.
yeet real hard, real far,
All right, sounds like.
making the levers as long as possible.
Well, the game rules say you are to roll with brains when you are trying to use position, or when you attack someone from a secure position, such as when the target is some distance away from you. As you are trying to throw your partner from some distance away, it sounds like you're going to roll with that, unless there's any other objections. So gather your brains die. Go ahead and add however many more you have for your ranks in touchy limbs.
The only argument I could see being made would be agility, if it's any better, just because I'm
No,
distracted.
we don't need to do that. No.
Nope. Sticking with
Also,
brains.
as a reminder, friends, and you'll notice I pinned it in the links, you can use your bond points for certain things, like giving yourself more die
Right.
on things.
Yes.
How many
You can
bond?
spend one bond point
You can
for
spend
2
one
extra
point
dice.
to get 2 more die.
I will spend a bond point to get 2 extra die.
Now pause. Before you do that, Isabella,
How
as you
much do I
feel
have?
yourself reaching towards your bond with Lalamon, reaching towards that friendship, you feel this sickening aura leaking out from that Skullgreymon. Make me a spirit test real quick.
Oh.
Okay. 6, 5, 2, 2.
Pass. You are able to spend your bond points with no problem. So spend that 1 bond point and add those 2 more down to your attack roll. Sorry to make you roll so much, baby.
It's okay.
Do we need our crit rate
6.
updated?
5.
That's 4 successes. Let's have him roll now.
3, 1, 2.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Critical
That's roll
gauge
now.
should be at 4, I believe.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I got
So he
2
just rolled 5 die and rolled 4 ones. So that was bad. Go ahead.
Oh.
What's your damage?
Am I doing damage? I'm just trying to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Roll damages. Don't worry. Roll
cool.
damages.
I'm doing damage. I know what I'm doing.
Roll damages. Yep.
Yep.
What do I? What's
It's a number. It's a
Yeah,
flat
skip that
number,
number.
and you
It's
just
your
tell it.
power times 2.
8
All right. That's actually
damage?
8 damage. Cool. So, as you fling this Jellymon, it's very accurate. And as Skullgreymon is turning, this Jellymon literally smacks into the obelisk, just pings it, like bounces off a fair bit, sends Skullgreymon reeling, and thus this Jellymon is still kind of in the air, able to make their own follow-up attack now that they're kind of in the air, recoiling from that impact. Before we get to Jellymon, Kian, let's check you real quick. As you are also in the air, flying around, trying to circle around towards the tower with Dorgamon.
I'm going to tell Drogamon to just basically aim for it with the cannonball.
Dorgamon's kind of sighting it in, just like, okay, I think I have a shot.
Yeah, just avoid hitting the Digimon? I mean, it seems like it's innocent in all of this.
We'll see. Skullgreymon's a nasty customer, but I'll try my best.
All right.
And he kind of buffets his wings back to kind of stop some, and then inhales large. And go ahead and roll a dice for me. Roll those dice for me.
What do I roll again?
I'm gonna say you're also likely attacking from distance, or trying to. You know what? Actually, given that you're flying to close up, I'm gonna say it's actually an agility roll. So as many die as you have in agility, you're gonna take those many die. And if you're using Cannonball, you can also go ahead and add one more for using special attacks because it's rank 1. And you're flying as well, so I'm gonna go ahead and say add another one. So go ahead and add one more for that fly die.
All right.
And you're gonna roll those die, looking for 5s or higher.
And if you want to, you
5s
can
or
use a bond
higher?
point.
And we are rolling with D6s, right?
All D6s. That's all this game uses all day.
Yep.
D6s
Roll
all day, all the
D6s.
time.
If you
And-
want to use a bond point for 2 extra dice, you can.
Okay, cool. I have 5 dice, so it should hopefully be fine. All right, so that's 3 5s.
1, 2,
So that's 3 successes.
Oof, he unfortunately just rolled barely more than that.
All right.
So as the cannonball fires out, it kind of like as like it fires towards the tower. Skullgreymon kind of turns his head though. It bonks directly into him. So go ahead and still roll damage for me, please. Tell me don't roll. Tell me damage number.
Alternatively, you
My
could
damage-
choose to have the poison effect happen instead of damage, which would allow you. Where is it? It would allow you to have the Digimon take your power in damage each round, but you wouldn't do damage with the attack itself.
Okay, that sounds great. I'll do the poison thing.
So yeah, the cannonball bounces off Skullgreymon's head and leaves like this kind of sickly black mark spreading that clearly just pisses him off a whole lot. Dorgmar's just like, I missed.
It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. We were trying not to hurt it, but we did. We'll try again to hit the tower next time.
I'll say sorry later.
Yeah, when they're fine. It'll be fine.
All right, let's cut over next to our last 3 in the round. Digimon, you recoil off of the black tower. You are in midair doing some twirls. Tell me what happens.
Yeah, so I think what's going on here is Tesla Jellymon is like aware that Skullgreymon is aware of her. So she's going to be kind of trying to jump between like the spinal columns and get like sideways punches into the tower, bouncing all around, but very much aware that she is in a super vulnerable spot.
That sounds to be like agility as you're trying to like maneuver properly
I think
for
it's
best
probably.
positioning?
I would love it to be agility, but I think it's probably heart, because it's either heart or power because I'm on the back foot, or because
You're fighting in close.
I'm fighting in close. Yeah.
The fighting in
gonna
close, I
s-
get. Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's power then in this instance.
Okay, power. So I'm scary fast, so I at least have that going for me.
There you go.
So that's 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna use my signature attack, Punishon, which I think adds 1 more die, right?
Yep.
If it's rank 1, then yes.
It's
Yep.
rank 1, yeah. Yeah, so she's gonna use Punishon and try to break Skullgreymon's block.
Hit it.
That's a good roll.
Not a good roll for him. you got
That
for me?
is a 6, 2 5s, and a 4.
That's a perfect enough roll. Yeah, you got him.
Okay, so I believe when I
Damage
block
effect?
break, I do half damage.
Yep.
Yes, half damage, and so that means I'm not here to do damage anyway. That's 3 damage,
You got it.
and
Make him
now-
vulnerable, which
now
means
he's vulnerable.
that he has setback on any dodge rolls.
Well, that's gonna be helpful for him because he already has boost on those. So now he rolled dodge rolls as normal. So
Yeah.
with that, we spin over to our last 2 combatants. We have so I'm pretty sure we go to Fire next and then Scarlet. So Fire, you are with Yokomon, just having dodged the swipe from Skullgreymon and
What
rolling
was-
through and now moving in. What's
What
the
was
call?
Scarlet's initiative?
Six.
I rolled
Yeah?
a 0.
Oh, yeah, so I do go first.
Mhm. Hit me.
All right. What has Skullgreymon been doing in reaction to like these other attacks hitting him?
Mostly just trying to swat at everybody around him.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have Yokomon wait until like his movement and swatting gives a chance to fire Hellflame Barrage at that tower on his back.
All right. As you are trying to wait for an opportune moment to attack, I'm gonna say. So, is this? Do you think this is waiting for a moment to attack, or is it putting yourself in harm's way to find a good angle for attack?
I was looking for an opening in the target's defenses.
Then I'm gonna say that's probably brains.
What?
Yeah,
no, that's power is when there's an opening in the target's defense.
Oh yeah.
Or
That's
honestly, no. I've changed my mind. We're just going balls to the walls in, just leap at him. We're gonna just go in.
Well, in that case, sounds like heart to me, as you are purposely putting yourself in harm's way.
Yep. I'll be spending a bond point on this as well.
You gotta roll spirit first.
I have to roll spirit for the. Okay. Let's see. I don't want to. Am I allowed to spend a bond point to roll spirit?
You need to roll a spirit test. You need to roll spirit test for that first.
6 and a 4.
6 and a 4 is 3 successes. That's enough. So, again, as you tap into that connection with Renamon, you feel this like oppressive aura weighing in on you from all around. But you kind of cut through that and focus in as you bond closer with your partner.
Reference spirit is my worst stat.
Yeah, well, go ahead and roll that attack.
All right, we're going in with heart and using my moves. That's one additional, and then the dice.
No longer rolling with
roll all
boost.
those. All right, we've got 4 6s and 2 5s. And
That's
a 4.
enough. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. You hit. What's the damage?
That's a lot of. I feel like Google is just rigged because the top row of dice are the 6s and then all the rest of the others.
Could be that. Or maybe it was supposed to have been highest, lowest order. I don't know. Whatever the case, just give me the give damage.
How many 6s was that? Sorry, I'm
That was
keeping...
4 6s.
Okay.
The damage is going to be 6. And I mean, I
enough.
have energy drain, but I haven't been hit yet, so it doesn't matter. But I have explosive, so the attack should hit both the tower and Skullgreymon.
Yep. In that case, I will apply half your damage to Skullgreymon as well as the tower. Since that's gonna basically half double damage. You said you did 6, right? I lost track there.
It's
Okay, cool. So
6 of the tower, 3 to Skullgreymon.
Got it. All right. So yeah, you kind of blow. You see like a couple small fragments of bone coming off of Skullgreymon as the blow lands, and also sort of flecks of this tower leaking off. You start to see, as you see these flecks flying off fire, in a couple of them, you can almost read messages. They say things like, "They're so weird. They don't talk to anybody. Literally, no one knows anything about them. Do they even go to this school?" Just random stuff like that.
He doesn't even go here.
But they all kind of fly past you in a moment. And as
Can I pull out my Digivice and try to see if it says anything as they go by?
no, actually,
Nothing.
but what does happen as you are doing this, and this pushes you past the spirit test, as you're kind of getting lost in that, looking at those, just below you, you hear Yokomon just say, "Fire, are you okay?"
Yeah, I'm fine.
And as you snap back in, for the briefest of seconds, you can't really make it out. Something blue flashes across your screen. Just for that half second. Either case, we'll swing initiative over to our last person in initiative. Scarlet, you are on top of Gargamon, who is strafing and providing cover fire. What's the call?
So Scarlet's actually gonna like, you know, just like. I mean, she's right there. She sees everything. So she's gonna whisper to GRRAAAAAAAAAAAAH, and she's just like, GRRRAAAAAAAAAH, we need to get up to the tower. Jump. So basically, Scarlet suggests to GRRRAAAAAAAAH that we should run up and then jump up Skullgreymon, like up him. We have Great Leap to shoot both him and the tower at the top.
GRRRAAAAAAAAH leans back a bit and just... That puts you pretty close in the fight. I was trying to keep you safe, are you sure?
I noticed when we were in the temple, those creatures were made out of... I didn't scan those, but within the scan, it said this thing was darkness and you were shooting beams of light before, so you need to get in there and hit it. If we're going to make it through this, probably.
Well, alright then. Hold on! And he kind of crouches down some and springs up as high as he can, flipping way above Skullgreymon's head and descending, guns forward and just blazing at him.
What is this,
Um,
kind of bunny?
Yes, actually.
Bunny hop.
Banoi.
I'm gonna say that's agility?
Okay.
Or it could be heart, as you are purposely putting yourself in harm's risk.
I like the sound of agility, though heart is actually better for me, technically speaking.
Whichever one you feel like is appropriate. I'm not gonna play this one how you feel like, honestly.
This could be closing the distance. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So like, it could also be power if you're, or not power, agility because you're close in distance. So yeah, I think agility might be the call there because you are trying to get closer than you
Yeah.
were. But
So-
I would take either one, honestly. I wouldn't be fussy about that.
Okay, so that's 4, 5, 6 for my attack. So then I'm at setback. So that means I need 5 to
Fives.
succeed. But I'm
Yep.
using light against a darkness monster, which
So that's
means
boost, which means you're even now.
which means I need 4.
Not the regular
yes.
4s.
But then also I have multi-hit. So that then gives me I think that gives me a setback. 1 setback. Yeah, so it gives me a setback. So I need to hit, I need 5s.
Okay.
But if I hit against the target with the highest dodge, so I guess that's Skullgreymon,
Yep.
probably. And if successful, I deal damage equal to my damage score to the number of enemies equal to the number of successes rolled over the attack. So that's okay. So
All right. Roll.
and then I am going to then do I need to roll spirit to use my bond points?
Yes. If you're gonna use ball points, then you're gonna need to roll that spirit test for me.
Okay, so that's 3. That's 2. Then I need 5s
Mm-hmm.
because I hate conflict. Wow, this
It's a rough one.
It's almost like this is not your character's forte, but
oh
that
my
just
goodness.
makes it all the sweeter if you
My
manage to
dice
pull it
are
off.
loving me right now, though. I got 2 6s.
Hey, that's enough.
Hey.
Does that also increase the critical gauge to the max?
Yes.
Does that
and
give me
so-
any benefits I can use now?
Well,
Or we
let's
could use now.
have you resolve the attack real quick first, because
Okay.
we're already doing that, and then we'll finish this round out, cut to break, and let y'all decide on what y'all do with crit gauge on break.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Sound
Yeah.
good? Cool.
That sounds
Got that
better.
then. So let's go ahead and give me that attack roll, friend.
Okay, so yes, I
Oh,
No, you're fine. No rush. Take your time.
where's my bond points? Okay, so I'm down to 4 bond points, and so using a bond point gives me 2 extra dice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that was 3. Would quick reflexes also account here?
I'm gonna say yeah. Why not?
Okay, so that's ranked. Shit, okay, so that's 1, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for that, and then 7 for Great Leap, and then 8, 9 for the bond points. Oh my god!
You got it. Roll. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What do we got?
some of you
Here
guys.
comes 7-3. I'm kidding. That's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes, but 2
enough.
of those are 6s.
Barely. Okay, so that's
3
enough.
of those are 6s. Sorry.
So then, yeah, enough. You're fine. What's your
Yeah.
damage?
10.
10. So inflicting 10 damage, which is very, very potently powerful there.
Yeah, that's very good damage.
Gargomon comes down spitting fire at Skullgreymon. He puts both hands up, and you can see like small bits of bone being flecked off as Skullgreymon is like eating these shots onto his hands and parts of his face.
Light, yeah.
He literally roars back and tries to like fall, like kind of falls over. He tries to hit the tower more. You can see again, you are shooting off bits and pieces of the tower. And as flecks fly off in the glint of the sun, well, you all start seeing them now. And the same way I described for fire earlier, where you saw those flicks of messages, you all start seeing them. And they say different things. To Kian, they say things like, God, their internet's so fucking bad. They're never online. Why are they so poor? To Scarlet, it says things like, what a daddy's girl. I swear, she's such a fucking brat. She always complains she's never around. To Isabella, you see things like, do we even know who you are, rando? You never go by your real name. Like, you don't even have any friends, do you, I bet? And to Artie, well, it's some stuff you're probably used to hearing. You're a bad healer, stop playing, find something else to do.
To Foxy, what a boosted animal.
Yeah, you know what? Don't take me back there. So, you all see these images flecking by. And as they fly by you, you can almost hear them in voices of people you might have recognized in school or walking down the street or maybe even in your personal life or in your online experiences. You start to hear these messages move through you a bit as Skullgreymon begins to become a bit weakened by these shots from from Gargomon. You manage to kind of land around, you're bouncing around. Tessagilliamon is still bouncing around inside of the ribcage and the spinal structure, trying to like to land blows. Doromon still circling in and around, shooting cannonballs, trying to land blows. With Yokomon still kind of lancing back and forth. Sunflomon is kind of looking back at Isabella, just like, they're going to be okay. We'll keep all our friends safe, yeah?
Yeah. Do we need to provide a distraction?
Sunflomon kind of does this weird like arm wiggly thing. It's just like, I could do that.
Yeah.
And in that same moment, while you didn't really notice it, you only barely, corner of your eye, because you're just in your hand, correct? Yeah, Isabella?
Yeah.
Out of the corner of your eye, there's this flash of red across your screen. Just a quarter second. And then Sunflomon turns and, there's no other way to say this, incredibly goofily just takes off with the most lopsided, lanky run you have ever seen a cartoon character break into. But it's effective. She's making traction.
She got extendable limbs.
Exactly. She's getting the full Looney Tunes. She's doing the full, she let me hit because I'm goofy run. Like, it's not a joke. Like, it's serious. And with those memes aside, as our Digidestins swirl into combat, with the Skullgreymon still looming over them, and with the fight still yet to be finished out, we are going to take a moment to give our players some time to rest, grab some water, some bathroom, or refill themselves and each other, and we'll be right back to kick you all right back into the action. So please leave that dial alone, don't touch that browser, and we'll see you all back here in just about 10. Bye-bye. And I bring you all back to a rousing episode of With the Will as we find ourselves locked into the heat of deadly bone-related combat, mostly because we're fighting a Skullgreymon. But regardless, let's mostly see how that's going to keep going. It turns out they've been able to put down some hits on our friend here, and also they've been rolling a hell of a lot of 6s. And we all know what happens in Animon when the party rolls a lot of 6s. Right, friends?
Bad things. Bad things happen.
Sexual tension.
No.
The sexual tension?
Sexual healing.
No.
We choose what to do with the critical gauge, which last time led us to having Skullgreymon.
And now, we're gonna use it to fix Skullgreymon.
I
Friends,
hope.
it's time for a critical combo attack.
You're still gonna fit.
I need everyone to roll an attack roll, utilizing your special attack.
We're gonna fit.
All right.
And don't
Akers,
just, don't
you
just,
triggered
don't
this.
just roll it.
Attention.
Lead us off, Akers.
Yeah, go ahead and describe how this looks like as you are all combining to use your signature attacks to take down this threat. Tell me what it looks like. Get
so
fucking there.
I guess Skullgreymon probably kind of like shoots everyone the signal. Like whatever that signal is. I mean, Scarlet doesn't know. I guess they might know amongst themselves. And guess Skullgreymon waits for like everyone, I guess, to like shoot their attacks, because Skullgreymon gonna, instead of using his Skullgreymon gonna use his attack to make an opening for everyone else's attacks, I guess.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Yeah, so
Who else?
I don't know how to talk.
Talking sorry.
I think Tesla Jellymon is bouncing all over the fucking place. Literally, it's like feeling the vibes, and is doing the thing where they like show up right next to everybody else, and it's like, hey, the Sonic thing of like goofing off in like the slow-mo moments as she just like zaps, boop, 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 drops a kiss on Sunflowermon's head, and then leaps to Volt Knuckle that tower.
Hell yeah. I love a good song description. That makes me happy.
Yokomon is just like dashing side to side as she approaches the Skullgreymon, just leaving a trail of demonic fire in her wake that just keeps building up and just rising higher until she just unleashes it just in a big hell flame barrage, and just it all shoots forward at Skullgreymon,
Rushing up towards his legs and kind of surrounding and gathering all around him.
Mhm.
That leaves Sunflowmon and Darugamon. Describe how you were adding to the team combo attack.
What?
Sunflowmon and Darugamon.
Treasures.
Those two.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, those two.
Yeah.
I can go
I like
with
those two,
Darugamon.
like-
Darugamon basically with his cannonball still aiming for the tower on the back, just so that it's still sort of focused on that, and it's like a laser point just flowing from Darugamon's mouth towards that thing. So it's aimed to really like take that off, to destroy it, basically.
Mm-hmm. Sunflowmon?
Sunflowmon is providing the best distraction. So while everyone's going in on these combo attacks, it's kind of like, ooh, looky Lou, guess what I can throw at you? And Sunflowmon's just gonna give like the most beautiful smile, toothy, faced out smile.
A literal
stoned as
sunflower
hell.
radiant smile.
Yes. And they are going to attempt to misdirect the target.
Well,
Because
in
I
that
have
case-
that with my happy sunflower face.
you sure do.
Oh, you're misdirecting.
As this is a critical combo attack, even those who aren't actually doing damage, I need you all to go ahead and roll as if you were using special ability.
Okay.
I already rolled as if I was doing power, because that seemed like the most likely one in
Yep.
this case.
Me.
And I got 2 5s and 2 6s, so that's 6 successes.
Is
More than
your
enough.
is your power 4?
My power's 3, and
Okay,
my
and then
Volt
the attack
Knuckle is 2.
I am going to roll with. I don't know if this is applicable, but I'm going to roll with brains because he is focused
You're still
on.
at range. Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
So that's 4 plus. Just 4? Just normal 4?
6 hits.
Oh, okay.
That's it. That hits.
No, I haven't rolled it yet. I'm about to.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I just
I
think that
got,
you got 4
um,
successes.
I got. I did get 4 successes. So
Oh,
it's 3
I
5s and.
predicted. I'm in your mind. And so yeah, that sticks. By the way, that lands. Anybody else?
So with Yokomon firing Hellflame Barrage, that's a 6, a 5, and a 4.
That's enough. Gargamon?
Yeah, 4's hit for me because of light, I think. So that would be a 6, a 5, and 3 4s.
That's it.
Yep.
Nice.
I brought 1 success to the table.
That's enough. He didn't roll any.
Perfect.
Wait, what?
Skullgreymon didn't roll any successes. He rolled all 4.
He had setback, so he
had setback, so
he
he
had
he
to
screwed
get
this.
5
The one roll he
survivors.
should have screwed up, but he screwed up really badly, actually. So I think that means you all stick. Tell me your damage numbers one at a time. Let's start with Sunflomon. Your damage number.
It's halved, so 4.
What's
And the
happening?
target is disoriented.
Oh yeah, for your shield breaker or whatever.
Misdirect.
Yeah,
That's right.
so
Misdirect.
Skullgreymon will have setback on attacks.
Got you. So that's 8 halves, you said?
It's
Yeah, 8
4
halved is
damage.
4.
Yeah, 4. Got it.
4 damage.
Gargamon, next.
11.
That's... Okay, cool. That's Jellymon.
6.
Yokomon.
6, and then so that's half to the other target.
Which means I'll count that as 6, 9, so that's...
Are we using effects?
I'm counting the effect slightly differently because of the targeting. So what's your number?
10.
10, switch that up, so that's... Oh! So, as you all are sort of circling around, everyone's getting in position, Gargamon up high, Jellymon zipping in between, Yokomon rolling around in circles, Sunflomon fighting distraction, Doromon circling, waiting for this perfect moment. And as he sees it, he screams it, not vocally, but in each of your brains and your partner's brains, you hear sharp and clear, now. And everyone lances their attacks at that one singular point. It rams itself into the tower. A cannonball, followed by a volt-powered knuckle, followed by a wave of demonic fire, followed by a series of light gunshots. The tower explodes into pieces, ripping itself free of Skullgreymon's back. He collapses forward, roaring and braying in pain, perhaps? Frustration? He's still swiping and lashing out at the area around him, but it's not territorial anymore. It's just anger, just venting the last bits of frustration he has in him. He is, however, just barely not down yet. Which means we swing back, top initiative, one last time. Technically, he is the highest up, so he's gonna go ahead and make one more swing.
Bring it,
I don't
bitch.
I don't know who's gonna try. Sunflomon's going for distractions. We're gonna try Sunflomon for this one. I need 5 d6s. That's not a great roll. Sunflomon, go ahead and roll your dodge roll for me. If you get more than 2 successes, you're fine.
Well,
You can always try
I'm
and
roll
use,
real hard.
You can always try and use a bond point, but you'll need a spirit test.
Not anymore.
Oh, not anymore. Ooh.
I'll spend a bond point for that. Because
So that's 2 extra.
I have a lovely dodge of 2.
Well,
2 5s.
that's enough. Players win ties. So, as finally trying to lash out and swing, Skullgreymon lets off one last meager, kind of strong backhand swing towards Sunflomon. Sunflomon stops and throws their hand up. It's like, "Mama!" And the hand just stops right in front of him and drops. Tired and with no energy left, Skullgreymon.
Like Sunflomon stopped it, or it stopped right in front
Just
of
stopped in front of Sunflomon's face. Just stopped.
it? Oh.
And then Skullgreymon just on its back, fully.
Tesla Jellymon's gonna land and give the unconscious Skullgreymon a smooch on the forehead.
Oh.
You hear a snore.
What?
A snore.
A snore.
Kian
He's
is
asleep.
gonna
He's asleep.
jump off to Rugamon and pat the head of Skullgreymon.
Once again, a loud, obnoxious, just.
How does a Digimon snore when it has no flesh?
How do we breathe when there is no air?
You don't.
Scarlet's.
There's no air here?
Data air.
When we land, Scarlet's gonna pull out the Digivice now that we're not about to be blown up by this Digimon.
See if there's anything different.
At the moment, I'm gonna check to see more info on it in case we do we have to be worried about this thing in the future? We saw it was darkness powered, so what does that mean? Like,
You're looking at the Skullgreymon, and while you get some general information on, well, the basic, the basic things that you got previously, its name, Skullgreymon, its level, ultimate, meaning it's one level higher than any of your current Digimon's highest levels.
That's why we had that back.
You also noticed that where before you looked at it and it was kind of like the information was corrupted, almost impossible to fully read. That all seems to be clearing up now that the fight is over, and perhaps with the Dark Tower being destroyed. And you recognize that this Skullgreymon, from what you can tell, its literal file, its literal innate nature, has been corrupted slightly, touched by something sickly.
so the Skullgreymon itself is different.
It's hard to tell.
So that Skullgreymons themselves are corrupted, or that this Skullgreymon is corrupted?
It's this one specifically. And
Okay.
as far as is he different than others permanently, or is something wrong with him permanently? Impossible to tell right now.
Okay.
It seems like there is a nascent change in the data structure of this creature. It doesn't appear to be making him do anything more, mostly because he's asleep right now. But the Digivice does note that there is some alteration in the data stream from.
So he's still different, even though we've gotten rid of the tower.
Although that different doesn't necessarily mean Rageborn and/or attacking you all. You never know. There also is a thing that you'd all notice, and this is, again, as you're all kind of settling back in, you all look over and notice that where the Skullgreymon collapsed, not the hand that swung at Sunflamon, but the other hand collapsed and fell through the side walls of one of the part of the temple complex, providing an incredibly easy way back inside.
Shortcut!
Mm-hmm.
Renamon
Really hope that didn't break something important.
Fire's just gonna motion for Yokomon to head towards the entrance so they can see what's up inside there.
They start sort of slowly trotting over and just, I must say, that is quite convenient. Kian, you notice Darugamon is kind of digging around, almost not like the way a dog does at a bone, but Darugamon is digging his snout into kind of the crook of Skullgreymon's neck, like he's fishing at something. He kind of pops up. Hey, Kian, come here.
I approach.
He pops up, and in his snout hangs a necklace, a golden necklace with this octagonal, or I guess hexagonal, tag on it at the end, with a space in the middle.
And does it look just like the ones that the rest of us had found?
It sure does.
All right.
Kian, you've just found your tag.
About what?
Well, it's the thing that will hold your crest. Well,
I
you don't know that yet, but
little necklace thing.
yeah, like what Vermin showed on screen, earlier. It's just that necklace that has that sort of space in the middle where something seems to belong but is not filled in yet.
Oh, okay. Where did you get that?
It was here on Skullgreymon, right around where that tower was.
Okay. And then I show it I hold it up and I show it to everyone.
Yeah, we found some of those when we went in the temple.
Oh,
Well, when we were taken into the temple, but yes.
okay.
Yeah,
well,
I was kind of in some weird. Was it a gem thing or what?
It was kind of like a block of like it looked like you were in a Jello. There's
Was
this
it tasty
really
Jell-O?
funny show called The Office, and you were like this one
stapler?
character got his stapler
oh,
in some
I
Jello,
watched
but that was you.
Did you taste the Jello?
me.
No, that'd be weird.
But you calling
I
it
was
Jello is
stuck in the
weird.
Jell-O?
Let's go.
But it looked like
Oh.
Jello.
And it was Jello.
Who was stuck in the Jello?
Me.
Fire.
Oh,
Don't worry, you weren't there.
very confused. But hey, I got a little nice necklace.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of looks like mine. I hold up mine.
Necklace fight.
Welcome to the
As
Necklace
you are-
Club.
So,
Wait, do the fucks not have their necklaces yet?
Oh no, you all have them. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
And
like,
in
oh,
fact, As
You
you're
two
all
just
holding
didn't
up.
get forcibly trapped.
yeah.
You just found your necklaces.
In fact,
we're intoned.
as you're all holding up your tags, the glint kind of catches the light of the sun and whites out all your visions for a half second. And for a brief moment, once again, you see that image or hear those voices. 8 becomes 5, become 1, become 5,
Five
become many.
8 becomes 8. So 8 to 5. So,
Becomes
8 to 5 to 1 to 5 to many.
There it is.
oh, that's not good.
There
When
it is.
when it all clears, Kian is counting on his fingers. He's like, I was never really good at math.
I don't know either.
Yeah, that's 5 of us. Well, no, there's 6 of us.
But Fire will like take out.
Keep up.
Wait,
Yeah.
I thought there's only 5 of us. I look around and I count our members of the group.
No, remember we have the our buddy that Fire.
I don't think he counts.
Who?
He didn't
The-
show up in the clearing with
Sasuke.
us.
Right? What was his
Him.
name?
Daisuke.
Sasuke.
You talking about Daisuke?
Who's
If I
that?
would count them as a friend,
Sasuke, Naruto,
Who's that?
Denji.
Stop. Stop it.
Very simple.
Enough.
Enough. Okay. Fire's gonna take
Yeah.
the like little like necklace thing and just like see if her Digivice says anything about it or not.
It doesn't seem to register anything about it, mostly, other than just registering it as a tag, an item to hold something. It seems all registers as in the system. However, you notice that Fire, the item registry in your device that comes up, because like if you put the device up to anything, a blade of grass, a piece of fruit, a stone, it'll come back with an item reference as if every single individual object in this world is an instanced item somewhere in a database. For yours, you get the item reference tag-007.
I'm gonna like look at the others and see if they're like different numbers between like 001 and 008.
Exactly that.
What are you doing? Get that.
I will tell you in a minute, okay?
What's the number that I got?
What number is Keenan?
Keen, you are 3.
All right,
Oh,
you're 3. Is anyone 1 or 2? Which numbers are missing from 1 to 8? Because
You are
we only have
missing.
5.
You are missing 1, 4, and 8.
Okay.
Who's 2? Who's 2?
Hmm.
You know what, Artie? You're 2.
What number?
All
What
right,
number
you
am
are
I?
the designated
I'm
Blue
number
Ranger.
3.
Congratulations.
I'm number 3.
That
Yeah.
means we're the best.
Yeah.
No, you're the Blue Ranger. That means you're second in command.
That
Wait,
means
what
I would be
ranger am I?
5.
Mm-hmm. That makes you 5.
What color
and
do you like?
That makes you 6.
I'm 6.
Isabella.
No.
Sorry, no.
6?
Yeah, Isabella, you're 6.
You're
listed a
Isabel, what color do you
Scarlet,
want?
you're 5. Sorry.
Okay.
Probably greens, maybe some
Alright.
yellows.
You get
But also the color that I keep seeing is red. So I don't know if I'm actually the red.
pick any of
I've
those.
completely
You can be
ignored
that-
it this entire time.
You can be that ranger.
So,
About to
you all
become-
have this sort of bickering as you all discuss. And you remember that Renamon said it seemed awfully convenient that Skullgreymon's hand fell directly on
Yes.
the temple to
Is
open
there
it all
anything
up.
special about the room that was opened by that?
That's the funny thing. It feels almost convenient. You walk into a room covered in hieroglyphs, symbols and drawings that aren't those sort of letters or wordings you couldn't quite piece out earlier, not that digital language. These are symbols meant to tell a visual story. The first thing you see
Okay,
is
but
sorry, go ahead, please.
I'm dumb. Can my Digivice translate?
Well, the thing is, these aren't really meant to translate words. It's just a matter of like looking at the sort of images. So I'll walk you through the images and see what you guys know. Actually, I'm sorry. I had music.
In my head, this is like Prince of Egypt moment.
Yo,
It's exactly that.
we
So-
should watch that.
I love that movie.
Come back to that later. So, the first thing you see is two sides, two amassed groups opposite each other, creatures of all shape and size on both sides of them. Individuals and figures, and at this point you recognize Digimon. Clearly, hundreds and thousands of Digimon of all different shapes and sizes on each side. And the pose that they are put in makes them look as if they are confronting each other. Above them sits this figure, arms wide, as if taking the entire scene in, as if embracing it all, as if embracing the calamity. In the next scene, you see 8 figures. Not Digimon, humans. 8 people. And that figure is still above them, arms wide as if all-consuming. But under them, rising to challenge him, are 8 champions, 8 guardians. In the next panel, those 8 people are gone. Those 8 guardians are nowhere to be seen. Instead, there are only 5 people. Eyes all turned away from each other. Partners nowhere to be seen. And that wide-armed figure above them smiles, happy. Next.
The one who embraced the calamity?
Mm-hmm. Next, there is only one individual. There are 2 small creatures beside them now. 2 companions following them along the way. And that creature, that figure, is still above, still watching, transposed in every frame. Arms still wide, hands still reaching out to take in the madness. In the next panel, we see 5 again. Not disparate this time, not dissociating. 5 hands intertwined, locked in solidarity.
Is
And
it
a
the
promise. Hard to tell. But, you know what? Fire. Logic test for me real quick.
It's just what you were asking for earlier.
same? All right, what do I have to do?
Logic.
Logic. Finally, not a fucking spirit test.
You
Can I use
should
bond
know
points for
this.
this?
Sure.
I just want it known that whatever you say next, Ari's like, I wonder who those could be.
All right, 6, 5, and 4 are the successes.
Fire, do you mind if I briefly narrate your character for a second?
Sure.
As you hear Artie just go, wonder who those could be. Fire, you put your hand on those second 5, the 5 with their hands all united, and the answer is clear as day. It's us. And then In the last panel, those 5 stand, their heads up, their fists clenched, facing the wide-armed, many-eyed figure, bearing shadow down upon them. And in the background, in the distance, stars, millions of them.
Wait, that's us?
Yep.
Oh, I'm so sorry, by the way. I read one thing wrong. I should probably clarify. The panel that I had to point it out, the fire pointed out with the people with their hands crossed, that is absolutely all of you. That last panel, though, where the stars are in the background and the figure has many eyes and that's those long arms, the 5 figures facing it don't look anything like you. In fact, some of them don't even really look human.
5 becomes many. It's not.
This is
Not about
awful.
us.
That was out of character, sorry.
Yeah.
Like
It's
when
not
you die.
about us, but we do have to get things there.
Well, that's creepy.
Well, I mean, I'm just glad that, well, so those are clearly us, right? That's what you said?
The 5 together, yes.
I mean, that at least makes it, that's better than what we were thinking before about us, when we first heard this, us potentially being the first 5 and that going down to 1, like, that was ominous as heck.
If you weren't human, what would you
I think
be?
it's like a timeline.
I would be a fox.
Renamon's ear kind of just twitches a bit at that.
I chose, well, I mean, if you know my username, then you already know.
Storyteller. Is Doraemon back to being just Doraemon?
Yes, at this point, your Digimon have all decided to downgrade back to the
I'm
regular
gonna
forms.
carry Doraemon and just sort of like drag him along the panels. Be like, tell me what you see, Doraemon.
Doraemon's looking and trying to like just really get a sense of it. Just so there was a big fight, and then some people showed up. They look kind of like you guys, or like not you guys, but like what you guys are, humans.
Yeah.
Those things.
Humans.
And then that's only one of them.
New mods.
I guess they lost their friends.
Oh.
I wonder what happened to them. Then there's... Okay, those are definitely you guys. Look, that one has your nose.
Oh, thank you.
And then... he's looking at that last image. And the gem on his forehead lights up for a second.
What?
I was there.
What?
I saw 8 of us. 8 warriors, bedecked in armor, and something terrifying threatening us. And we weren't enough. We lost.
So that was the 8 heroes?
There were others there.
Is this
People?
And I hug him a little tighter because I have a feeling that he's getting a little bit upset. And I'm like, is this a past thing or a future thing?
Those people didn't look like you. I don't remember them, though. I don't remember any of that. But I was there.
And I'm going to pull him away, and then I'm just gonna hug him for a little bit. It's okay. It's okay, buddy. Thank you. You did really well.
He hugs you back, kind of a little bit nervous, and just,
Did you
I don't
see?
know.
Did you see any of our other partners there with you?
Doraemon kind of looks around. No, not like this. Except, they looked kind of familiar. Those warriors. Like they were related, maybe. They weren't us, though. Too big. Too powerful.
Do you remember anything from this? Or looking at these?
Renamon takes a look in and just... nothing is clicking. But if I was to make some sort of educated guess, it would appear you all were not the first group of humans to be lost here.
Yeah.
But
How long ago?
how
That
could
I
it be?
cannot say.
No, but that doesn't make sense.
Little about this makes sense.
No, I mean it makes sense of the people here before us. I mean, we there's already Daisuke that was here. Daisuke.
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 It didn't seem like he was here like that much longer than us.
But I look around the temple. Like how old does this temple actually look?
It looks like no one's been in here for a very, 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 very long time. Like
Okay.
this is not...
There's digital dust on every surface.
Sure.
I mean, that could just be from the wall that we caved in.
That too.
But I mean, look at this place. Like you'd learn about this in history class. Like, and we're on the wall. If that's us, we're on the wall. How are we on the
That. Yeah. How on earth are we carved into the wall? Just.
I think Artie has been really, really quiet since we all started looking intently at the 5 people clasping hands, and just kind of like walks off, looking for somewhere else to be and something else to do.
Wait, Artie, where are you going?
It doesn't do us any good to just stand here looking at stupid walls. We don't even know if that's us. This could just be some fever dream. I'm gonna find something to do, and I'm gonna move things forward. And we're not just gonna stand here looking at stupid paintings.
Unless this means that there is.
Artie, do you want me to go with you?
Do whatever you want.
Jellyamon kind of back and forth between Fire and Artie, just...
You can see Isabella nodding at Fire, going,
Artie,
you should go. Not saying it out loud to get Artie's attention.
Mm-hmm.
Fire will wipe one of her eyes and then just like follow after Artie.
And I think as the two of them waddle after, Jellyamon kind of slowly kind of wandering behind the two of them, and Renamon kind of just looking at the group and just, I'll make sure they don't get hurt. You all keep clue searching?
Scarlet looks up and says, "Yeah, but we just had that fight, so all of us need to make sure to eat something, I think."
Agreed. Perhaps you all make a camp in here. Get rest while we have the shelter. I'll be back with those two. All 3 of them, actually.
Wait, so who left?
Already stormed off, Fire in tow, Jellyamon just behind them.
Okay.
And now Renamon is following the 3 of them.
Okay, so them and the Digimon then. Okay. Yeah.
I want to say one last thing kind of happens. Isabella, watching your brother storm off like that, where are you at mentally?
upset for them because I can like kind of understand feeling like we're stuck and not getting anything out of this room. But also like recognizing that there's a little bit of that I don't get it, so I'm gonna walk away from this right now that I've grown accustomed to in like gaming and stuff. Like, oh, that's stupid. I don't get it, and so just like, fuck that, turning away. But there's a sense of like wanting to go after her brother to try to make it better, but also knowing that she can be her brother's biggest intake.
Hey, Foxy, can I grab the camera for a second?
Please.
Do you look back at the mural at all?
Yeah.
So I don't know what you had in mind exactly, Foxy, but the 5 hands, I was kind of imagining them like each gripping another's wrist.
That works for me.
It's like
And like we all have like either rings or things like there are recognizable like pieces of clothing or jewelry on each of these hands. And you see your own hand, and you see another hand that's wearing like a piece of jewelry you think you may have lost when you were like 10 or 12. It's like a small flower charm bracelet. But it's not on your wrist.
Furman, I love it when you read my mind.
I'll stare at that while we fade to black.
Yeah, and I think... Scarlett, you there?
Yes. I guess like something that like Scarlet would do, because it's like right here. I guess at the Fade of Black, Scarlet would actually play out her set of playing cards, and then would like sit down in front, and then almost as if she was trying to read them, as like more. Then it's like maybe it is all true or something. Like is what she says, like.
So, as we have Scarlett sitting and beginning to read the cards, you have Kian and Isabella taking some long looks at the mural while their partners comfort them. The rest of the party, namely Fire, Artie, Renamon, and Jellymon, off on a bit of a gallivant. The party appears to be stricken, having overcome their greatest challenge yet. The party finally comes across the temple and believes they will find answers. It seems instead they may have only found dissonance. And with that, we bring today's episode to a close. Friends, welcome. Wrong song. Friends, I want to thank you for coming by today's episode of With the Will. We finally had our first boss fight, and it turns out they handled it okay.
as long as we get enough crits.
Rolling up 6s, things work out really well. Well,
All right.
Combo.
I won't hold y'all too much longer. Let's make sure we do this nice, straightforward, and simple. I will call you out in a simple order. Tell me who you are, who you've been playing today, your partner, where you can be found on the internet, and what else you have coming up for us in this first new month of the new year. Let's start directly at, well, in my head it's to the right, but on your screen it might be somewhere else. In the absolute most coziest of outfits, rocking the absolute most adorable of looks, and keeping it classy while they always do it. It is the incomparable Classical Blazer.
Oh, hey. Glyza, I go by they, them. You can find me everywhere on the internet by just looking for @Classical Glyza, or if you want my schedule, just go to bio.link/Classical Glyza to see what I'm doing that week. I haven't been on a lot of games recently, but I am, ramping up. There is a 10 Candles campaign that I am working on. There will be also my new obsession, a Glass Onion Bachelor mashup that I'm excited to bring to y'all. But those are the things to look forward to. Check out my Twitter @Classical Glyza for announcements. So you can do that. Today I played Kian. It's wonderful to get back to this character, and my partner is Dormon. my favorite baby. And then that's it.
He's quite a good baby. Considering that baby, we move on next to, once again, just a mind that I absolutely love getting to tear open and explore the depths of their sanity with, as long as they do the same to mine. I feel that we just work really well and get career spaces together, and I hope to keep creating with this person for as long as there is breath in my lungs. You know, of course, I'm talking about the incomparable Legendary Vermin.
Me? I'm Legendary Vermin! And
What?
you can find me as Legendary Vermin on all the places on the internet that matter!
Why? What is it with the Muppet voice?
Which places matter?
That is, of course, Itch, Twitch, YouTube, Tumblr, and increasingly and frequently Twitter. You can also find information about me on legendaryvermin.com. There's a sometimes updated schedule of my streaming there at legendaryvermin.com/live. The big things that you should know about coming up, nay, but 2 days from now, we're going to be going back into the chilly world of Frozen Rain to fuck some robots up, and probably also fuck some computers up, and maybe fuck some friends up, parenthetically, nicely.
My brain is
Affectionately.
taking out some of that and just making it just fuck some robots.
Wait, aren't you literally
mean,
just fucking a computer, though? Isn't that a thing that you're doing,
Hey,
like in character?
whoa, hey, what? Who?
That's some fun.
It's
That's
true
okay.
and it's hot. Anyway, when I'm not being a robot fucker and I'm not doing this show, you can also catch me here on the 30th, end of the month, for The World Within You, which is our Void Heart Symphony game. It's super sick. Our first episode went off with a bang, and the whole cast is absolutely fantastic. We're going to be building on all of the momentum we had that stream and starting our first proper investigation. So please come on down for that. We're really, really excited to share more of that with you.
I'm totally not just getting dragged in to stream manage for the Persona game.
Listen, that wasn't on purpose, I promise.
You
Except
didn't
for one
even
time.
make any scenes.
Listen.
I did it myself.
I love you, though. That's all that
You
matters.
did give me
Speaking
everything I
of,
needed.
We've
though.
gotten so much help from so many people getting that show off the ground. Bless every
We
single.
just need the music. That's all we need.
I'm working on that, don't worry. Speaking of people who help make things work, sliding it over to my fellow org member, close compatriot, and one of the greatest friends I've ever had the pleasure of knowing. You know them as the incomparable Sprayuzaki. I know them as my best friend. Hello.
Putting such high expectations on me.
Shut up, I love you.
Really did.
Yay.
Affection.
Yeah.
Hey.
We always get into trouble together, but yes. Yes, for great deals on Ray-Bans, go to my Twitter.
It's still funny. Sorry.
It's
Can't help
so
It's
fun.
still good.
If I ever post, it'll be about Ray-Bans because I got hacked again. It never stops being funny.
That's true. Anyway, what else are you doing this month?
I don't know. You tell me. What am I doing this month?
I don't
Do I
know.
have
Probably
anything to
some
worry
Blaze
about?
Maybe at some point. I don't know. We'll see. I'll drag you into something. We'll figure it
Is
out. Don't worry
Michelle
about it.
dragging me into Bladesville this month, or is that later?
It's a spoiler. Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. Any case.
Okay.
Swinging it over from there, over to again Neon Lights newcomer, first-time campaigner, and a welcome part of our lovely community, who I enjoy bringing their energy to this table and seeing what they can work with this all-star cast. It is, of course, J.N. Akers.
Hello.
Yes, you command. Fuck yes. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm J.N. Akers. I am on Twitter. It's kind of like here and there or never, like when I post, but it's usually about movie stuff or just random bullshit. Upcoming this month, I have no idea, but I am working on a game, over to like start up a game over on Singularity Roleplay. So keep an eye out, which we have a lot of people running to run games on there, hopefully in the future. So keep an eye over there. But yeah, that's all I got.
And we'll be looking forward to seeing you around. And of course, last but anything but least on anybody's list, coming up to someone who I think brings a literal unique kind of enjoyment to a game that I think can only be described as like the best version of toilet humor you'll ever find anywhere on the space. It is classy toilet humor. Thank you very much. Now that I mentioned it, and without any further ado, I think I'm giving a perfect intro. It's Corndog McFucking GRRAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAAA
Hello everyone, it's me, Corndog GRRAAAAAAAAAAAAH. You can find me on the internet, Corndog GRRAAAAAAAAH, or Coach Corndog, depending on the site. You can catch me tomorrow over on Dat Magic Juices. Dat Magic Juices. Twitch, where I will be playing Juno, Twilight Domain cleric. Has shit her way out of dealing with the police.
There it is.
That's how you play. That's how you play Dungeons and Dragons.
That's all it is. You just shit your way out of problems. That's how you do it.
Just a bunch of stuff happening in between next poops.
That's all it is. That's all life is, really, if you think about it.
It's all life, yes. What it comes down to.
Just things happening in between poops.
Yep. If you need someone to talk about poop with, you can talk with me. On any of those social medias I referenced. Or if you don't want to talk about poops and stuff,
then you'll get over it.
Don't do anything near me. Don't come near me. Don't speak near me. Don't live near me. Work out near me. Like anything.
You're banned from being near her.
And
Don't you past Corndog's house.
I simply couldn't imagine living a life that didn't have enough corn dog in it. It wouldn't work for me. So I think anyone who's living that life is disappointed and sad, frankly. So good luck to those people. And of course, friends, if you somehow don't know who I am by now, I'm Young Foxy, aka Big Foxy, also known as your favorite Fox Philly's finest, creative director here at Neon Lights Roleplay. I'm on Twitter at Young Foxy, that's YUNGFOXXII, no underscores in between. The next place you will see me is, as previously mentioned by the legendary Vermin. On Friday, we return to the frozen wastes of Spar for another episode of Frozen Rain. It's mid-season upgrade time, bitches. Let's get into it. And outside of that, you will catch me once again here next Wednesday in exactly 1 week, back for Stardust Ghosts, my lovely Mech Data love child project that I have with an all BIPOC femme and non-binary cast. It kicks more ass than I think anything you have watched in the recent years. It's not on this channel. So fix that by watching it. And that's all I got to say right now. Beyond that, you'll see Neon Lights is around. We have so much shit in the pipeline for you guys right now. At least 4 new GMs bringing new campaigns, returning GMs for new campaigns, returning GMs for old campaigns. I've been looking at our content block. By the time we hit April, we will be streaming just about every day of the month. Period. It'll be intense.
We're really picking things up.
So please stand tight and be ready for all kinds of great things. Thank you guys for coming back to With the Will. Every time we come back here, I'm always worried like, damn, it's been a whole month. People are gonna forget about this campaign. And here we are with the same number of viewers every time, loving and having a great time with us. So thank you all for being in chat and hanging out with us. We're gonna get the hell out of here and let you guys move. Please stand by for a lovely raid over to the incomparable Lost Caravan RPG, who are doing
We're in like top Twitch percentages for viewers.
We're killing it. So we're gonna go do that. And y'all are gonna go hang out with Lost Caravan. Tell them that we think they're really cute and lovely and special and awesome.
Also, if you don't know who Foxy is, what the fuck are you doing? Have you watched any of our shows?
Okay,
he's in like 90% of them.
Spree, we passed the outro. We passed the intro already. I'm kidding. It's fine. You're great. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna get my friends out of here so y'all get some rest tonight. Y'all are lovely. Take care of yourselves, each other, and everybody around you. We'll see you all in the future in exactly a month. Goodbye.
Have a good night, everyone. Bye.
Bye.